Welcome to Or Something Like That,
the podcast where you can talk shit with your besties.
We're your hosts, Sam
and Hollis. Be sure to follow us on social and subscribe to the podcast so you never miss an episode.
And if you love us, give us that 5-star review. Welcome back.
Hi friends.
Hi, we're here.
We just got back from
we just got back from the No Kings rally.
Yes.
We
went out and protested.
Yes.
Let the public know that we are upset with the state of things right now.
That's right.
And it felt really good. It did. I mean, I've been feeling so helpless, you know, 'cause it's just there's so much horrible shit going on, and it feels like there is no recourse. So it felt good to be with a bunch of other people,
like-minded people.
Yeah,
it did feel good. It felt good to do something. I mean, you know, we kind of joked, like, we went to lunch after and we're like, okay, so that was it, right? We just we go to this rally and everything's solved and fixed. So,
but no, it was inspiring to hear the speaker's words. It really did kind of inspire me to, like, yeah, we can fight back. And
yeah, well, and just we're not alone.
Yeah,
you know, and that even though you know you're not, but it felt good to be around other people who feel the same way that we do about things and feel like, you know, democracy is something that needs to be preserved and fought for. And yeah, it felt good to be in the crowd and to feel the energy. And
there was a really good turnout. I was glad.
Yeah.
As many people showed up as they did.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Hopefully they'll continue, and hopefully it really will. People will pay attention. Representatives will pay attention, and things will, you know, things will start to change, and these 4 years won't be as miserable as we think they're going to be.
Right.
But anyways, we won't get on a political soapbox. But.
No. But everybody needs to turn out in 2028. So
what'd you say?
I said, don't burn out, turn out.
That's right.
I said, now that we're here, I have the perfect idea for a sign.
Right.
Don't burn out, turn out.
And it's never too late to turn out.
That's right.
Yeah.
Never too late to turn tricks either.
I mean,
that was my best or something like that of the week.
Times are hard.
Or something like that. Yeah. So anyway, it was good. It felt good. And yeah, I hope everybody's getting out there and doing what they can and doing what at least feels attainable for them to have their voice heard and make whatever difference you can.
Right.
So.
Yeah, it's like it's our responsibility.
Right.
To do that for the people who can't, you know, for the immigrants of this country who, you know, who can't fight for themselves right now.
Right. And there was a woman that I think was not necessarily part of the group that organized it and like not necessarily one of the scheduled speakers, but was just in the crowd. And she came on the mic and she was an older woman and was speaking about being in Czechoslovakia in the late 60s when Russia invaded. And she was just like, this is the time. Yeah. You have to do something. We have to fight because, and yeah, it really makes you realize and think about like how good we've had it and how lucky we have been. And there's so many people who have faced issues that are unfathomable, you know, to somebody who's been born and grown up in this country when I have. And hearing those people's stories it's just inspiring. It's heartbreaking. Like, this woman's been through enough. These people have been through enough, and they came here for refuge. And so, yeah,
we take it so easily for granted.
Yeah, absolutely. But anyway, we'll move on. This is a political podcast now.
Yeah.
Okay? So,
and we are the experts.
That's right. We are. Absolutely. Come to us for all your political needs.
Yeah.
So aside from the old rally, what's been going on?
I mean, not a whole lot with me. Just work, trying to figure out, you know, my work life, my dating life. We'll get in the weeds about that a little bit later. I have some updates, but Yeah, just kind of hanging out, trying to figure out how to make the most of the summer before it's...
And it is officially summer now. Yesterday and today were extremely humid and disgusting. So good. It's upon us.
Yeah, the hair is just unmanageable and will be for the next 3 months. And that's my life now. So
yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
But anyways, what's been up with you?
Mostly just like really... The bedtime BS has just worn me down to a nub.
Oh man, nub.
I just dread it.
Like with your 5-year-old or both of them?
Mm-hmm. Mostly just the 5-year-old. And honestly, it's like, those are the days I miss. When bedtime was so easy, when I just had one child. And I was lucky. She was always a good sleeper. So, till the time she really started sleeping in the toddler bed, and even the first, 6 months to a year in the toddler bed were fine, but it was so nice because it was such a sweet time of day. You go in, you read the books, you brush teeth, you get in bed, you have a little cuddle, you have a little hug and kiss, and you close the door, and then you don't see him again for the rest of the night. Yeah. And that's your time to shine.
Yeah.
And now it's just like every night it's being asked to read another book, and I have to say no, and then it's an issue, and then it's the 17 minutes it takes her to crawl on her belly to the bathroom to brush her teeth, and then she won't brush her teeth, and she's jumping off the bathtub, and you're at the end of the day, your day is over, you've been parenting for 12 plus hours, everybody's exhausted, and you want it to be like this nice time, and then it's like all these little things are so triggering, and you just want to scream.
Yeah.
And you're just like so angry, and you're just like, go to bed. And then just the coming out of the room. It's like having a really long travel day, and then you're driving home from the airport at 8 o'clock at night. You're in the home stretch, and all of a sudden the traffic comes to a halt.
Oh, no.
And you're just like, no,
we're so close.
No, we're so close. And then the coming out of bed afterwards is like when the traffic starts to move and you're like, yes. And then it stops again. That's what the coming out of the room is like.
Yeah.
Like you think you're like, maybe I'm in the clear.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm in the clear.
You finally take a deep breath.
You finally take a deep breath.
Exhale,
you finally turn on your show. You sit down and you hear the door and you just want to go. Sometimes I just go, no, go back to bed. And I just have one more question. Can you please give me a pass? Just give me a pass. I need one more question. Oh my God. And it's just like,
oh yeah. I wonder how many years of that you have to look forward to.
Right. Like at what point, I need to ask my friends who have kids that are older, just like, at what point do they just go to bed?
Yeah. Cause I remember when she was younger, I was always like, man, she just goes to bed and stays asleep. And you're like, yeah. Yeah. I was like, that's miraculous, but
it really has only been an issue the last maybe year and a half. And yeah, I don't know. It's a struggle, guys.
I remember that though as a kid. Just my parents being like, brush your teeth. I did. No, you didn't.
Oh my God. It's like the Grinch. That's how she is going to the bathroom to brush her teeth. Like when the Grinch is
slide?
Yeah. I'm just like, can you walk, please? Get up and walk. Sometimes I'll be sitting in the bathroom for what feels like 10 minutes, waiting for her to slide on her stomach the 13 feet from her door to the bathroom door. And it's just like, get up and walk, please.
Yeah. No, and you have to remind yourself they're children. She's a child.
I know.
She's a child.
And I'm sitting there with the 2-year-old on my lap trying to brush the 2-year-old's teeth while she's clamping her teeth down on the toothbrush, trying to get my 5-year-old to slide on her
oh my God,
into the bathroom and start brushing her teeth. And the whole thing is just a circus.
Yeah. Yeah. Sounds awesome. I can't wait.
You can't
to do it.
It's definitely something to look forward to.
Yeah. I'll be really happy when Sookie stops chewing on shoes, but I don't know if that's ever going to happen.
You may be in that one for the long haul, too.
Yeah. I also am not a good disciplinarian.
Not consistent with it. Yeah.
But, oh my God, I do have to figure out, though, when I take her for walks, I have to figure out something different to say to people when they walk by. Because I feel like now I have a little a slight bit of empathy for when you talk about being at the
playground and
talking
having to make
parents.
small talk with the parents.
Yeah, because everyone walks by, they're always like, "Oh my gosh, she's cute," and if they don't, I'm like, "Excuse me,
are you gonna comment on
I'm
my
not
dog?
gonna compliment my dog.
Yeah,
she's the cutest dog on the planet,
right?
And you're gonna ignore her." But when they do say hello, or like, "Oh my gosh, she's so cute," I always say hi. Can you say hi? I'm talking to Suki.
Right.
But the people think I'm talking to them. And they'll be like, hi. And I'm like, oh, no, not you. I'm sorry. I wasn't telling you to say hello to my dog. Yeah. I was like, oh, I have got to come up with a better standardized response to people on the sidewalk.
You could just do what I do when somebody's like, oh, to my child. And they're like, oh, she's so cute. I'm just like, thank you. And then I just walk away. Like, I don't ask them anything. I say nothing. And then.
But I mean, I don't think that's inappropriate. Thank you. Yes, she is.
I know, but sometimes I can feel them being like,
that's it.
Okay. Like, I have a child here too. Like, my kid's cute. And or sometimes people will be like, oh, what's her name? I'm like, I say it. And then I'm like, I don't ask them. You know, I didn't ask you your child's name because I guess I don't care. I don't know.
To be honest, I don't care.
I don't think I care. I don't. And I don't know. But I'm really bad about it. And I have to like train myself like to respond then with a question. And I don't want to say I don't care. It's just, I guess maybe I don't know. I don't think about it or I don't care right in the moment. And then like a period of time passes and I'm like, oh, well, I should,
Yeah.
But then the window has passed.
Yeah. Mine, I don't engage too much because mine is like, I can do the talk for a minute. It's the exit that gets me anxious.
Yeah. How do I now
how long
end
do I
the
do
conversation?
This for, and then how do I end it?
Yeah.
And that's where I always get awkward. And I always am just like, bye.
Right.
Or,
I know.
See ya.
I know. And I think that's how it is for me at the playground too. It's not so much that I don't care or that I don't want to engage. I'm already anxious about, how long do I talk to this person? And then how do I exit the conversation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I know.
I'm bad about that with everyone. Like I can do small talk, but then I'm always just like, all right, great. It's nice to see you. Like my segues. I'm always just like, okay, and that's it. That's all I got.
Bye.
And see you. And they're always like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, bye. Like, no. I wish I was normal, but I'm not. So.
Right. Well, yeah. And the uncomfortable silence is just like, okay.
It's deafening.
Yeah.
So I've got to go.
And that's it.
And scene.
Oh, man.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, should we talk about Paige's new line?
Yeah.
Okay, so for all of our reality TV fans and our gigglers, Paige has released her fashion line, her sleepwear, loungewear fashion line. It's okay.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It just was so regular.
Yeah.
It was very regular.
I thought some of the things were cute, but it's hard to tell from the photos the fabric. But I feel like the fabric didn't look very luxe, I guess. Or it just looked like sheet fabric. I don't know. And I'm sure it's not, but
yeah. And it's hard to tell like without the clothes on a person too. And it's just like the photographs, on the website. They were all, at least what I saw was just no one was wearing anything. There wasn't models. But she did try some stuff on I think it was on TikTok I saw.
Yeah, I saw her model some of it.
Yeah, and I mean, it was fine. It's just like for the price, I don't know. I also am just not, I really wanted like ready to wear from her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
I feel like she was trying to make it sleepwear that is like.
Fits into her like sleepy brand.
Yeah, and also like. They're almost clothes.
Yeah.
It's not really sleepwear that I would actually wear to go to sleep.
Yeah.
But it's also not quite clothes I would wear
out.
Yeah. So it's just like clothes to wear around your house, which is cool.
But I'm not dropping $120 on a pair of pants to wear around my house.
It's just not my tax bracket. I'm just not in that tax bracket where I have that kind of disposable income.
Right.
Yeah. Or where I even like need that type of clothing.
Right. And like that's what makes me think like, who is this for?
Right. Yeah. Herself.
Yeah. It's for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And didn't you say she got some flack?
Yeah, she's kind of getting dragged online for like size inclusivity issues. I guess I didn't look at the sizes, but what people were saying is that it only went up to XL, that there weren't necessarily like plus sizes.
Yeah.
I don't know. There was a lot of back and forth. Some people were very understanding of it and were like, this is, you know, her first line and they want to see how well the clothes do. And then they'll probably add plus sizes. And a lot of people were like, no, like it should be, you should just have size inclusivity from the very jump, you know?
Yeah.
So
that's kind of where I land, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I guess I can understand like wanting to test out, but so what? If it doesn't do well, then you just don't offer it, you know, like, so
yeah.
I just feel like any more these days, just do it.
Just do it. I know. And I just don't see, she has such like a built-in fan base and audience. I don't see any world in which it wasn't going to do well too.
Yeah.
Which you never know, but still, it's like pretty much everything is sold out already. And like, that was just speculation too. I don't think the brand has come out and said that they're going to offer plus sizes. That was just a lot of people speculating. So I don't know.
Even like the Hannah T, I was just like, that doesn't look cute at all.
I didn't like that at all.
No.
I didn't like it on Paige.
No, I didn't either.
It was way too big.
Yeah, like I get that that's a thing. Like
I know.
Oversized, but it did nothing for me.
It didn't do anything for me either, but I don't know. I would like to see like just regular clothes from her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think she does have great taste.
Yeah, I like her style. I mean,
lot.
I think it's pretty like basic, you know, just she's not doing anything that I feel like is you see it and you're like, oh, that I've not seen that before, or I've, you know what I mean, where it's like, right. It's pretty, but that is a very relatable style, you know. So I don't know. We'll see what happens in the future, but it really got me thinking too about like all of this like size inclusivity stuff. Is like, at what point is there just going to be a designer who designs clothes for regular bodies?
Yeah.
You know, it's like everything looks good on a skinny person. It just does. Yeah. Clothes look good on skinny people. I have seen what you call a fit model, which is somebody who just goes to these places and like has designers try clothes on them and stuff. If you just had regular people doing that, and let's say you had 10 models that were all different sizes, different body sizes, some, you know, and because here's the other thing too, is that a lot of times when you see like a plus size model, that person is still not necessarily really plus size.
Yeah, in real world conventional standards.
And they still always have like a very nice shape to their body. There's no cellulite. There's no, you know, and that's something that like I feel like I deal with, where either the way it drapes or like the type of fabric shows every dimple in your skin. And it's like, okay, no, I can't wear this now. And I just feel like if you had 10 models, all different body types, all different sizes, you know, some have cellulite, some don't, whatever, and you're just designing for the clothes to look as good as they can on all those bodies, they're still going to look good on skinny people.
Right.
You know, so it's like, why are we not doing this?
I know. It's why I wish Christian Siriano made ready to wear, because he was on Project Runway. And he does like formal wear. But one of his things he's passionate about is designing for people of all sizes. Yeah. And you know that like you can make any woman at any size look glamorous. You just have to fit clothes to their bodies. Right. And everyone should be offered that privilege. Right. Like, I wish he would start doing clothes like that. Yeah. Kind of more ready to wear. Yeah. Lines. Yeah. I don't know if it's just we just can't move past it as a society, or if it takes too many resources. I mean, what I'm not saying is make all your clothes custom. No. But instead of having 10 women that are all fit models that basically have the same body, maybe they're just like different heights, have 10 women with totally different bodies and choose the design that looks the best on all of them. Like, I understand, like, there are still going to be some bodies that it looks better on than others, because, you know, you can't custom make each piece. I get that. Yeah. But it's like, why are we using fit models that all are exactly the same? Yeah, the same proportions. Yeah. It's like, proportions are very different within the same size of people. Yeah. Yeah. I know, and I'm sure that all comes back to, you know, business models, is like people have a bottom line and just trying to do what makes them the most money, which unfortunately
that's all anyone cares about.
Exactly, I know. Which just sucks.
Yeah, it does.
It sucks.
Yeah. Oh well.
Maybe one day.
Maybe we'll just do it. She's in the Weeds. We'll do it.
Yeah.
And we're just gonna call it Clothes for People.
She's in the clothes.
She's in the clothes.
Yeah. She's in them.
She's in them.
Yeah.
That's
and
it.
They're fitting.
She's in them and they're fitting.
They're fitting and they're giving.
That's right.
Yeah. Done. Spin-off.
Don't burn out, turn out.
Part of
She's in the clothes. So many business
part of our
models.
conglomerate.
Yeah, that's right.
We're starting.
Our empire.
Yeah.
Duh.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned as we build it.
If we build it, they will come.
That's right. If you make the clothes, they'll wear them.
That's true.
I mean, honestly.
they will.
It can't be that hard. It really can't.
Yeah, how hard could it be to make some clothes?
No.
Probably really hard.
But I mean, it can't be that hard to just use regular people to fit them. It really can't.
Yeah. No, it'd just take effort.
Yeah.
All right, well, should we get in the weeds about our topic?
Well, I have a couple circle backs
Oh,
first.
yeah, that's right.
Okay, so first circle back is Justin and Blake.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw a little bit, but I didn't read about it specifically because I knew you were going to update.
Well, so there's not a ton of details or information other than his lawsuits have been dismissed.
Yeah.
Both his lawsuit against Blake and Ryan and his lawsuit against the New York Times. He didn't.
Hers has been dismissed too?
No,
oh, no.
Okay. No. His legal team didn't meet their burden of proof or whatever for their causes of action. And I guess just based on what I've read, they were kind of foreseeing that, the people in the legal world, just like based on what he was claiming, that there was a good chance they were going to be dismissed.
Yeah.
So they did. They got dismissed. And she is still planning to pursue hers to the fullest extent of the law. So we'll see now what happens. We'll see if they settle or if they go to trial. It'll be really interesting. But yeah, I do. I mean, I think this is a good thing. This is a good thing.
Yeah.
I think regardless of how you feel about the situation, I think it sets a precedent for people coming forward. And that was I think my biggest concern with it was did this harassment happen? And then, was this going to make women and victims really feel like, God, if Blake Lively can't come forward, then I certainly can't get anywhere with it.
Yeah.
So, I think this is a good thing that his were dismissed, and now we're just focused on her original lawsuit, which is a retaliation lawsuit. She's not suing him for the harassment. She's suing him for the retaliation that she believes, and quite frankly, I believe also took place. I mean, if you read through the documents and you read through the evidence that was in the documents, the alleged facts, it reads as though it happened. Yeah. And so, I mean, I think this is a good thing, and we'll see how her lawsuit plays out and if we're able to get any more conclusive information as it goes on. And I think I have a hard time thinking, just with the way he's handled everything, that he's going to settle.
Yeah, he didn't seem to be backing down at any point.
Right.
And then he was like willing to, pursue a whole takedown smear campaign.
Yeah.
I mean, allegedly.
Right. And then also to, have these countersuits, which, I mean, I think that's pretty standard. You just kind of throw stuff at the wall and hope something sticks. But yeah, I'll be interested to see. I mean, if he settles, I don't know. That sends a message to me that, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I was pleased.
Yeah.
In terms of how I feel about everything, I was pleased to see that those suits have been dismissed, and I'm really, really interested to see how things play out with her.
Yeah. Yeah, I was kind of shocked when I saw it. I was like, okay, yeah, that's kind of a win.
Yeah.
I mean, one step at a time.
Yeah.
I wonder what he thinks.
Oh, I know.
I wonder how pissed he is.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure just based on, like I said, what I've read and seen, it wasn't out of the realm of possibilities that would happen. So I'm sure his attorneys had prepared him that, hey, there's a good chance that these don't,
Yeah. And I wonder, because his stance is always like, I'm a woke guy, I'm a feminist. I wonder if, like, pursuing these cases and then them getting dismissed, if it gives him pause and if he reflects in any way of like, oh, maybe I was wrong. Maybe I should relook at my position here.
Right.
Maybe I should reconsider. Or if he's just like, actually a total hypocrite from what he claims to be. And it's just like,
Well, and I think now he's dug his heels in so far to this point that I just don't know. Like, even if he really does feel that way, I feel like now there's pressure for him to just stay the course, too.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's one of the more interesting cases like this that I've ever seen. And there's just so many layers,
Yeah.
And the whole caveat with him being this feminist ally, yeah, I mean, it's one of the more interesting layers.
Yeah, I mean, that makes it so confusing to me. It's just like, well, you said you were this, like you said, ally, but yet you are going full speed ahead.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
You're not considering or thinking twice about your actions at all. At least that's what it feels like.
Right. And so to me, it's like either the whole feminist woke thing is either a total sham, and he actually did this stuff and then retaliated, which makes it even worse, or at the very least, if there was some like big misunderstanding, he's not willing to look at it through the lens of what he says he is.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is an ally and a feminist and all this stuff. So it's like,
and you'd think the first thing a feminist ally would do is if a woman came forward and told you or accused you or confronted you in any way that you made her feel uncomfortable, that you would say, oh, let me absorb that.
Yeah.
Let me think about that, consider, and instead of just immediately being on the defense and saying, no, you're wrong, I would never do anything like that.
Right.
Like that is the first thing, the first barrier we're trying to break down is that that men aren't just like, no, you're a liar because you're a woman and whatever you say is wrong. I could never do anything wrong.
Right.
Like that seems like the first tenet of being a feminist ally.
I know. I know.
And that just seems like that didn't happen at all.
Right. I know. And I don't know if like, the whole narrative of her like trying to take over the project, which if you haven't listened to our special bulletin on this, I recommend that you go back and listen to that because we've talked about this ad nauseum. But we've said that like that doesn't necessarily mean that narrative is not also true of her trying to like take over the project and all this stuff. But it's like, I don't know if he just like let that part of the relationship, like if it just got personal because of that and then it just became like tit for tat. I don't know, but
and then also like both could be true at the same time.
Right.
She could be, an egotistical celebrity who's trying to take over. She
could have been a total diva who was trying to take over.
And you could still have made her feel uncomfortable and been
harassed her in some way. Yeah, exactly.
Like they don't negate each other.
No. And I mean, just nothing that was in his complaint of him trying to give context to what she was saying. None of that was compelling. Yeah. It was just like, that doesn't, this context does not absolve you.
Right.
There's no, like, what? I don't know. So anyway. Yeah.
I'm curious to see how, her
me too.
lawsuit goes.
I know. I hope it doesn't just like drag into like the ninth circle of hell. Cause
sure,
it
will.
Yeah. But we'll see what happens. Speaking of, Tom Girardi got sentenced.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. The clips of him like coming out. Oh God. Yeah. It's like, he did some terrible shit.
Yeah.
We can't forget that, but it's hard not to just be like, that's so sad and tragic for everybody. I mean.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it does definitely feel like justice. I feel like a lot of times, I mean, so many people are getting away with stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like that, you have a fiduciary responsibility to those clients. And like, it's just an abuse of power that is so gross.
Yeah.
And like, it really is awful. And so justice was done here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's hard to see an 87-year-old man who has lost all of his faculties, like walking out of this place knowing that he's going to prison. But it is what it is.
Yeah,
and
he did do all those things.
He did do it.
Yeah.
And so I think he was sentenced to like 87 months in prison. And I think there was like a $35,000 fine and then over $2 million in restitution. I don't know how it's going to get paid. Hopefully the victims get their money. I don't know.
And I wonder what prison for an 87-year-old man. Is he 87 or he got 87
Yeah,
months?
he's like both.
Yeah.
I think he got 87 months, but I think he's in his mid-late 80s. Yeah.
Like, do they just, is there a different kind of prison or holding for people of that age, or do they just throw them in there with everybody?
I have no idea.
Like,
I have no idea.
Works.
And I know that like sometimes they like let really old people out on compassionate release.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know. I mean, obviously he just got sentenced, like, you know, but that's almost like even worse. They just like kick them out and they don't.
Right. Help
if
him.
they don't have anybody, it's like.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. Like what happens to him?
Yeah.
Just homeless. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I
the
mean,
justice system is not perfect.
Oh my God.
Far
It's
from
nowhere
it.
near. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
really bad. Yeah. But it's also one of those things where, just like we were talking about in the last episode, we said it's one of those problems that like feels so big, like homelessness and hunger. That's the justice system feels that way.
Oh, 100%.
Like, how do you fix it?
And they're all intertwined too.
Yeah.
The three of them.
Yes. Yes.
They combat each other and feed off each other.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You know, we're pretty positive people here.
Yeah.
So,
This has been a really uplifting episode.
yeah.
But I know those clips were just like, oh God.
I know.
I wonder how Erica's doing.
Yeah, I'm sure it's hard for her.
Well, she's making out with Jesse, so from someone
Oh
else.
my God, I saw that. Do we think that's real?
Oh yeah.
It said that they were a couple on something I read.
Oh well, I mean, who
that
knows,
could have been
but
fake news.
I
But
bet they're hooking up.
I love it.
I love it too. I am here for it.
I feel like they're almost like perfect for each other.
Oh yeah. Maybe it's a love connection. They need a show.
Oh my God.
Can
you
you
imagine cameos on
What if he's on Housewives? Oh yes, that has got to happen.
Yes.
Andy, make it happen.
Yes, they've got to make that happen.
Speaking of Housewives, Did you watch What Happens Live with Ricky Lake?
No, I saw it, but I didn't watch it. I saw that she was on there.
She's awesome.
Yeah?
Yeah. I feel like we could do a deep dive on her as one of our, what do we say?
Our pop culture archives?
Yeah.
Ricky Lake?
Yeah.
I'm down.
Or we were going to do a segment of like women of the month or whatever.
Oh, our women of the month.
Yeah.
Our pop culture queen of the month.
Yeah. We still got to do that. So maybe she could be one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot to talk there.
Yeah, we haven't done it since Bose.
Yeah. Got to get back on that.
Yeah, our
pop culture.
PCQ.
Yeah, PCQ.
Pop culture queen of the week.
That segment really took off, obviously.
I think for June, though, it has to be our girl, Rosie O'Donnell.
Yeah, for sure. She's having a moment, which she very much deserves.
Yeah. And I do have to say, this season of And Just Like That is a tough one.
Yeah, I honestly have only watched the first episode, and it was bad.
Good. And here's the thing. Again, I'm so invested in these characters that I will watch.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how bad it gets. I really
know.
don't think.
Same.
I will watch.
That scene where they were having phone sex, I was just like, are we for real? This is so weird.
And just the whole, and listen, maybe they have plans for it. Maybe there's big plans for it, but like, this is our narrative.
I know.
That Aiden's like in Virginia and they're trying to like
kids.
make it work.
I know,
like,
I'm just like, come on.
I really wanted Carrie to get with the gardener, but it seems like Seema's going to get with the gardener, which all right. But
also, it's like, can they just get together?
Right.
Why can't we just
why
have
can't,
them they get?
Why can't they just be together?
I don't get it. Why is there always like just?
Why does Carrie always have to be single?
Yeah, why can't we just have a happy fucking ending? Why does everyone have to die on The Last of Us? Why can't things just work out for once? We need a win, people.
I know.
Lives are horrible right now.
Right.
Please just make our people fall in love and be happy on the shows.
Right. Right, because you know what? If Carrie and Aiden were just together as a couple in that house, we would have never had to suffer through that phone sex scene.
No, and you know what? I bet it would be entertaining.
I
they
bet
could have
so.
all the sexcapades in that apartment together. They could be doing funny stuff, and I would be happy.
We could see how Carrie does as a stepmom potentially.
Right.
See her interacting with his kids.
I know. It's just like, just let them be together. God.
And
how
honestly,
how many seasons of this are we gonna do?
I don't know. And at this point, Miranda's just insufferable.
Yeah, I know. I know. Like, they really had to break her and Steve up. Her and Steve went through so much. Just let them be together.
I know.
Why can't her?
Well, she has to be a lesbian now. That's their new.
I know.
It's like. Yeah. What happened to Che?
Yeah, I know. What did happen to Che? That was a weird one, too, because I actually, by the end of it, liked Che.
I did, too.
I was like, Che's the best character on the show.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I'm into it now.
Yeah.
And now she's just gone.
Yeah.
I mean, everything is so, like, every line and every joke is just so, like...
It's contrived and, like, over the top.
Nothing feels organic.
No, and it feels like they're almost, like, trying to be kitschy. It's like they're trying to overdo everything and way.
Yeah.
It's just not hitting.
No, it's not.
And just like that, it sucked.
Just like that, it was the worst show we've ever seen. Honestly.
Well, and like the novelty of the first season is over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it was just like the first season wasn't great.
No.
But I was just like, but it's fun to have him back.
Yeah.
You know? Like you said, I'm invested, so I'll watch.
Right.
We'll see where it goes. And now it's just like, well, it's not going anywhere.
I know. Except that it started to.
Yeah. Then Carrie wore that hat in the first episode.
Honestly,
I kind of loved it.
I'm just here for the Carrie outfits.
I'm here for
at
the
this
clothes.
point. Yeah,
it's the best part of the show.
I know.
The hat was. I thought the hat was fetch. I liked it too. I thought it was cool, and it's just like if you can pull the hat off, which she did.
She can pull anything off.
She can.
SJP can pull off anything,
she
and
is
she
the
looks
ultimate
cool.
model. I know, and she's timeless. Like she'll never.
I know.
She'll never not be a fashion queen,
right?
Like, you know,
I know. That's honestly,
and she embraces her age too, which I love.
I know.
She's not, you know, she's just like, yeah,
she's like, this is
my
what
60s.
I look like.
Yeah, like, hello, and I'm still fabulous.
Yes, I know. Yeah. I know. We'll see. Who knows? Maybe it'll do a 180, and there'll be some big storyline changes. I don't know, but as of right now, it's dead in the water.
It really is. And it's like, when do you pull the plug? You know,
I'll never pull the plug.
I know. Yeah.
I am lifelong invested in these people and these characters, and that's just it. Like, I will watch until it is no longer.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm definitely not. I'm scrolling. I've been scrolling a little bit. Isn't it funny how
you've been scrolling?
Like,
while you watch?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, a lot of scrolling.
Yeah. And you know what's funny is how like we all were just like so excited when like the streaming services came out and like there were no commercials. We're like, oh, this is the best thing ever. And then we like complain when there's a commercial. Now I low key kind of love a commercial because I can scroll.
I know, it gives you a minute.
And like I know that's toxic, but like I don't care.
But it's reality. We're speaking the truth here.
And that's why I love a Peacock commercial, because they're pretty short.
Yeah,
it's just enough time
to like
to get a couple TikToks in.
Yeah.
And then
just enough time to scratch that itch, and then
that's right.
I know, and I'm one of those people too where it's just like I'll just have the TV on. I've been trying to like break myself of just like, you don't just have to have it on.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, like in the background.
Oh yeah.
You know?
See, I'm not like that. I don't turn it on until I'm watching it.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, if it's something where it's not catching my attention fully, I will pick up my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's because I live alone.
That could be.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, it feels like there's
someone
else here. Just like really sounds really pathetic. I swear I'm not a lonely loser. But
it's like a nice warm hug.
Yeah. It's like I come home and someone's there to welcome me.
It's because I live alone, and when I turn on my friends, I'm not alone anymore. You know, I was going to stop watching Sex and the City, but I live alone, so
here. Oh, my old friends. Oh, Miranda. It's so good to see you. Oh, man. God.
Oh, boy.
I need a boyfriend.
We have a dog.
No, I do watch.
I thought you got the dog because you live alone.
No, but yeah, it's just
Dog's not cutting it. I gotta turn on my friends. Sorry.
I need my TV family. I would get married, but I have these TV friends, so I don't really need it. God, what a loser. We'll be cutting this out.
Oh, boy.
Just kidding. Oh, my God.
Okay.
Well, speaking of that, we're getting in the weeds.
Should we get in the weeds?
Yeah.
We've been yapping for a while.
I thought we would give a little bit of update on my online dating escapades. I've been going on some dates.
The escapades have been escapading.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it hasn't been. At first, I go back and forth. It's half the time really brutal, but half the time, you know, I've gone on some good dates. Yeah. But I just had some observations that I find interesting about a male profile.
Right.
So, men need help picking photos.
Oh my God. Yeah.
This is the biggest observation I've taken away. Well, one, I judge people on photos way more than I thought I would.
Oh, well,
because there's not that much information. I'm only on Hinge, and you get to pick these stupid fucking cutesy questions, and the answers are always the same, and it's like it's so hard. Which I am not casting judgment on that because
it's hard.
Writing your profile is hard.
Yeah,
it's hard to say something unique and interesting. It's almost worse when people try to because it never really hits, and you're like, just answer the question,
right?
You know what I mean? So. No condemnation in that. Like, I totally empathize with that. But the photos, guys, you cannot post a picture older than 2 years. I think that's the cutoff. So many guys are posting the first 4 photos are them when they're like 25, and then you scroll down
and they're 40.
Yeah, and you look at their age and they're 52, and it's like, I'm not dating you 20 years ago. I'm dating you now. Right. You look great. No one cares that you're your age. Right. You just have to represent who you really are.
Sure. Yeah. And if there's like one photo maybe that you want to share because you were like at the Eiffel Tower or I don't know, something like that. Choose one interesting photo from your past that maybe says something about you in terms of like, oh, I traveled here or I went here or I don't know. I met this football player that I really loved when I was 18. I mean, I don't know. But that's it. Otherwise they have to be current.
Yeah. So, like, that's my biggest annoyance. But again, I get it.
Can we please talk about ARM?
Oh, my God. Yeah. The other one, though, this relates to ARM. Okay. The other one, though, I find this so interesting, is so many men post pictures of just their chest from no head, head's cut off.
Headless
photo. But it's not like... shirtless photos.
Right. It's not an ab shot.
It's not like a flex where they're like, look how hot I am. It's almost like they just took a selfie
and cut their head off.
And
we're like, oh, well.
And it's just like, he's slouching and it's just like,
it's just lazy.
Yeah. It's so bizarre. I don't know what it is or why. Or if they look at it, they're just like,
oh, yeah,
this, I look good in this, even though my head's not in it. It's so bizarre. And I feel like women aren't doing that. It's just an interesting distinction between men and women that like women aren't posting photos like that.
Guys, it's not just one man. Oh, it's a common theme.
Oh yeah. A ton of them. It's just it's so interesting to me that like so many men are just like, sure. Or
like, is this a trend?
I just wish all men, and I know not all men have the luxury of this. If you're starting a dating profile, have a woman in your life look at it before you post it.
Yes. And of course, we're talking about all of this from heterosexual.
Yes, absolutely.
Talking about straight men. Yeah.
Yeah. But, I mean, and listen, I'm not trying to be judgmental or harsh. I'm just saying, if you have a female friend in your life that you trust, be like, just check this out. Maybe not the answers. The answers can be you. Yeah. But the pictures, just
have
be like.
somebody else look at them.
Yeah. It's just,
because I almost wonder, too, like, what even would your guy friend say about your headless shot? Yeah. Like, would he just be like, bro, what is this?
Right.
Or would he be like, oh, sick, bro. Good one.
Your arms look so sick in that picture. Also, too, I'm not a big fan of, do not put a group photo as your first photo.
Yeah, because who,
like,
who are you?
Who are you? Yeah, and
it's not where's Waldo.
Yeah, just give me what you look like straight off the bat.
Right.
But it is surprising, like, how quickly I didn't think I would be like this, but, like, this is just a human nature. Well, and how quickly I'm just like, no, based off the one photo. And I'm like, oh, fuck, I am judgmental. I thought I was, like, warm-minded. But
it's the nature of the platform.
Yeah.
It's the nature of the platform because you're not having an interaction with these people first.
Yeah.
Which is how it is in the real world.
Life. Yeah.
So, yeah, no, everybody is doing that.
And I will say, it's not because I'm like, ew, ugly. It's because I'm making assumptions about who they are
based on what they look
that first photo. Yeah, of like, oh, you look super conservative. Like, no, I don't think we get along.
Right.
Which I feel like I'm not doing myself any favors with that.
No, because that's definitely debatable.
Yeah, exactly. You never know. Yeah, and I shouldn't be making assumptions about people like that. But I think it's just like,
we're all doing it.
Yeah, and you get fed so many that it's just like,
yeah,
I couldn't possibly.
And sometimes you're going to be right. Sometimes you're going to be right based off of a photo. Yeah.
Right.
And of course, sometimes you are just like, no.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, it happens, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I honestly don't get that many likes.
No?
Not really. I'm not getting flooded with, like, guys just being, I mean, I get a fair amount, but
yeah.
I'm not going to be, I was expecting a little more, to be honest. Because everybody I talked to was like, oh my God, your inbox is just going to be crazy. I'm like, well, it's not.
Well, but also it has evolved so much since I did it. I don't think there weren't as many women on it, I think, you know. It was mostly like divorcees when I was doing it.
Right, yeah, like people.
Not a lot of young people, and like I don't think a lot of women were really doing it. People still felt kind of unsafe, and I mean, I don't know.
No, agreed. But
the culture has changed.
Yeah. No, it has. Definitely has. Okay, arm.
Oh my God, you guys. Arm. I don't even know how to describe it.
Well, it just was his arm. It was so bizarre. It was like, it looked like.
Was he trying to show his sleeve? Was he trying to show the tattoos?
Okay, so the photo looked like he accidentally snapped a photo while he was in motion almost.
Yes.
Because it was just his arm kind of flipped over.
Almost like his palm up.
Yeah, turned over, but it was like, the perspective, it looked way out of proportion. Yeah. Like, you could kind of see the tattoos on his hand, but it wasn't like, it was also at the bottom of the screen. It wasn't like centered.
No, it was like the bottom right corner of the frame.
Yeah. Most of the frame was his dirty ass carpet in the background with like this rug rolled over.
It looked like
it smelled in there for sure.
For sure. And it really looked like a house that you would walk into on an episode of Cops.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it looked like. It was just like, what?
The most hilarious photo. And it was like, not the last one. It was like number 3. He was like, yes.
Why?
Get arm in there. I have no idea.
It really is giving accident.
Yeah.
Like, A, I didn't mean to take this photo, and B, I didn't mean to upload it.
Well, and that's totally possible. Because I will say it's hard to find your profile. Like, I was going to go back and edit, like, look at my profile and be like, maybe I should change some things. And
I'm not getting very many likes. Maybe I should change my photos.
Or like, maybe I'm saying the wrong shit. And it was hard to find. So, like, maybe he did just accidentally post something and doesn't know it. But I almost messaged him and was like,
is this intentional?
Do you need to change that arm photo? You know your arm's just, your upturned arm is there?
It was
hilarious.
It was not anything that you could understand. That's for sure.
I know. Like, you really got to see it.
There was no purpose.
No. You
were trying to find meaning in a Pauly Shore movie.
Yeah.
What's happening?
No. There was no gleaning anything from the photo.
No.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. But, like, yeah, those are my biggest observations. And so, yeah, I'm not totally despairing about it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it hasn't been as, like, I don't know.
Has it been the ego stroke you were looking for?
No. And, like, the guys who reach out to me, I'm usually like,
yeah.
You know.
But we have also discussed you're still on the free version.
Yeah. So, and I haven't really spread my wings very much.
No, and you're not on any other ops.
You're
not on any other apps.
I'm not on any other apps, no. So I just got to get out there. And I told myself this at the beginning, like, it's going to be a process. You're not going to fall in love with the first guy.
Right.
So just chill.
Right.
But
it's hard. I know.
It's hard.
Why can't it just be the first guy?
I know.
Why can't it
Seriously,
be?
though.
Why does it have to be arm and chest? Like, that's what I'm working with here. Arm and chest.
Yeah. So I'm going to keep at it. The other thing I've noticed, too, is, like, the skill of conversation is, like, a lost art. Mm-hmm. It's just, like, if you're talking to somebody, you have to, like, I don't know how many people I've just quit talking to because I'll start a conversation, ask them a question, and they'll just answer it.
And that's it.
And I'm like, all right, where am I supposed to go from there? Like, I'm just supposed to keep asking you questions, and you're just going to answer, yeah, real cool.
Yeah.
Like, all right, like, well, see you later. Yeah. 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 And so, like, honestly, it's more about what kind of conversationalist you are. You know? Like, that's become the most attractive thing. Like, and I mean, obviously, duh. Like, that's the point. But, yeah.
Have you gotten any yos?
No. Luckily, I have not gotten any just hays, which I said was like, I will not respond.
Right.
Yeah. Gotten a couple, like, hey, beautiful, let's blah, 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 which I'm also just kind of like, I mean, I do love being complimented for my looks. Not gonna lie, but but no,
straight out of the gate though is kind of like,
it's a little bit,
yeah, and it's
a
like
little much.
How many girls have you sent "Hey, beautiful" to today?
Right, exactly.
That's how it's giving that.
It's just like, do I really need you to tell me I'm beautiful? No,
at least not in the first message.
No, it's a little bit. It's a little cheese.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, no, I haven't had any of your experience of just, hey, guy. Has he?
I haven't got anything since WYD. But
Still 3 letters. Hasn't progressed past 3 letters. God. Just trying out a different combo.
Of course, I am married. I'm not on dating apps. However, I have been in the last year, maybe 2 years, just like randomly getting messages through social media apps from like guys I knew in my past. And it's just like, I don't know if we're getting to that age where everybody's having midlife crises, because these people one of them is married. This other guy, I don't know if he's married or not, but he definitely, from what I can tell, has somebody in his life. And here's the thing. The third thing of the day. Nothing good has ever come of a yo. I mean,
no.
And that's what these are the things that they're saying is like,
yeah, it says to me that you have nothing to say.
Yeah.
You don't really have anything to say. You just need validation. And you just need someone to talk to you.
Yeah, exactly. And this one guy, this has been ongoing for like a year.
You should just block him.
I just feel like that's so aggressive.
But he's the one being aggressive.
I guess. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, whatever, if it doesn't bother you, but like,
it doesn't.
It's not going to stop, obviously, because he's not taking no response for an answer.
I guess, which is the other thing that is so strange to me. He attempted to Facebook, which I didn't even know you could do this. I literally threw my phone across the room because I was like, oh my God, can he see me?
Like video call you?
Yes. My phone started to make this weird ringing sound I'd never heard before because it's a different ring.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? And it was like, this person is attempting to video call you.
That's so
through
ballsy.
Facebook Messenger.
That's so ballsy. He's getting more ballsy. Like with the no answer. That's insane.
Yeah. And I just don't understand it. It's like, what? Because he has no intentions that are not nefarious. I'm sorry, but he doesn't.
Oh no. Yeah, and he doesn't just he doesn't just want to be friends. He's hoping you'll talk and you'll just like give him the attention he needs for a minute.
Right.
Yeah.
It's so strange. Yeah. And then the other guy told me how great I looked. which I did not respond to.
Of course not.
And then a few weeks later he just said,
Yo. Oh my God, guys.
They must be hanging out together, the two of them.
Like, has it ever
worked?
Did
you send Sam another yo? Send her another yo.
Maybe if we tag team her, she'll respond to one of us. But I also want to know, like, has yo worked in the past?
Right.
Does yo work for you and other? Like, I wonder how many people
are responding
he's sending messages to. Yeah. I bet it's quite a few. Because obviously it's worked because he wouldn't keep doing it. You would think.
But yeah, it is interesting because I feel like there's a clear difference in the way that men communicate to women and women communicate to men. Like, has a woman ever sent a message to a man on a social media platform that just says yo?
Yeah.
I'd be interested to know.
I don't think so.
I really don't think so either.
Yeah.
We're not yelling.
Yeah. No, we're not. We don't. We're definitely not.
Yeah. I mean,
I've never have. And even if I was just like, oh, let me I don't know, hit up this person I haven't talked to a while, catch up. I would never just say yo. It would always be like, hey, how are you? Like, even if my intentions were just, oh, maybe we'll see what happens. Yeah. I would never come out with a weak ass line like yo.
No.
You'd have something else
or
to say.
Or anything. Like, I would never just say, what up?
No.
Or hey. Or yo. Or WYD.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I know. I think sometimes people just need.
It's a validation.
They just
thing.
want.
It
they
really
just need
is.
attention. They just need to talk
it's an
to somebody.
attention validation thing. Yeah.
Yeah. He's lonely. He's probably super lonely.
I guess. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to speculate. Whatever.
Or insecure. I don't know. Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows? Well, stay tuned on more dating shenanigans. But so far, it's a meh. It hasn't been going badly.
It's mid.
It hasn't been going swimmingly either, though. It's been going fine.
Yeah.
But I've been making some interesting observations. I've learned some things about myself. You know, that I should probably be a little bit more compassionate towards these dudes. Because at first I was just like, oh my God. Every guy talks about how much they love a strong cup of coffee too, which I thought was surprising.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, and I wonder what the reverse is. I have seen one guy on his post man, ladies are always talking about how much they love tacos on here. So I'm sure.
Yeah.
You know, what I wonder what
get
the
a guy
reverse
on
is.
here.
Yeah, because I want
talk
to hear
about
what the
ladies
standardized thing is that women are doing.
Right. And I'd be interested to see if with the pictures too.
Yeah.
God, why is every woman making this face?
Oh, I'm sure.
The mirror face.
And I'm sure there's lots of women out there who are, putting up photos that don't really represent who they are too. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's hard out there. So we're all just doing our best, I guess, is the moral of the story. So we'll see. I'm hanging in there. I'm not quitting yet. So
I'm not giving up after just a couple weeks. I have my TV family to keep me company in the meantime, so we're all good.
I have all my friends here. It's all okay, guys. Oh, I get by with a little help from my friends.
That's right.
My TV friends. I swear I'm not a loser. I swear I'm doing okay.
This is not a cry for help.
No.
Okay, should we grape and gripe?
Yeah.
Okay. I've been thinking about this. And because sometimes we flip-flop it. I really feel like we need to gripe first and then end on the grape.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. This is kind of in line with the bedtime stuff, but my gripe is just going to the grind, man. Just the daily grind. I'll start the week every week and I'm like, okay, I got to get this done, this done, and this done so then I can make time in the day so that I can spend the rest of the afternoon focusing on the kids. And then the next day I have podcast editing and stuff. And then the next day I just want to chill. I just want to have a chill day where the kids and I can just relax. Maybe we watch a movie, whatever. So I'm like, okay, I got to get my work done, this. And it's just that never happens because every day it's you get something done and it's just the next thing. It's you do all the things just in time to start all the things again.
Oh, I know. It's impossible. It's impossible to keep up.
The laundry and the grocery shopping and the meals and the doctor's appointment.
Drinking water.
Everything. I got to work out. Right. I got to do this.
There's too many things. It's impossible to be a human and take care of yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost impossible.
The grind is no fucking joke.
I'm overwhelmed just thinking about it. I don't even have words. I think about that all the time. Eat right, exercise, sleep enough, drink enough water, meal prep.
I know.
Not waste things. Be mindful of other people. See my friends. See my family. But also, read and stay on top of what's happening
Exercise
in the world.
my mind.
Yeah.
Keep my mind sharp. No, I know. And this gripe came about. I was like, this is a good gripe because I went to the grocery and I bought the groceries home and I was like, if I don't prep this stuff, then I won't like, and the grind with kids is like, because you're constantly being interrupted. What would have taken me an hour and a half pre-kids, Hollis, it took me the rest of the afternoon.
Yeah.
Because it was just interrupted. And my 2-year-old is really going through like a separation anxiety. She wants me to hold her all the time. She's pulling on my clothes. She's like trying to get between me and the counter, like the cabinets in the kitchen. And, you know, and it's just, yeah. And then it was like, okay, well, now I got nothing accomplished that I wanted to for the afternoon because I spent the entire afternoon like peeling carrots and cutting this and marinating this and doing that. And it was just like,
yeah, no, that's a lot. No, I get that. Like, I can't, I struggle just like taking care of myself. Like, I can't imagine having other people to take care of.
Yeah, it's a lot. I mean, it's,
and you know what I feel like, not to place the finger of blame, but I feel like so much of that has to do with social media and the internet too, because we're constantly being bombarded with like all these things we should be doing, and all these influencers who are like maximalists or like, you know, oh, this is how to live your best fucking life. Right. You have to do all these things.
Get up at 4:45 and do
if you're not doing
walk
all
for
these,
3 hours.
Yeah,
I know.
If you're not doing all this, and like, then you're, you know, not making the
You're
most of your life.
You're basically a fucking loser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just too much. There's too many things.
You're a waste of space if you're not doing all these things.
Right.
And really optimizing yourself.
Yeah, and buying all the things you need to do it all. Yeah.
Speaking of which, I think I'm going to start skin flooding, but we can talk about that.
Well, hey, I'm just signed up for a gua sha app, so you know, I gotta get serious.
Perfect people.
I gotta get serious about my skincare. It's one of the things I am making time for.
I gotta add that to the grind. All right, what are you griping?
All right, this one's kind of weird, but I
love a weird gripe. Is it like just super niche?
Yeah, and it's just like people are just gonna be like, that doesn't really make sense. But I hate that water goes stale.
I totally get that.
I hate that, like, I put a cup of water on my nightstand and just by the morning it tastes
stale.
Like shit.
I know.
I don't get that. Why? I mean, I get that. I get it. I
guess
think it's
it
a lot
gets
of
exposed
dust
to the air. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, and I feel like, there's particles in it, I'm sure. But I'm just like, man.
It's a really particular taste.
It is, and I don't like it. And I feel like we should at least get 48 hours out of a cup of water sitting on your nightstand.
I agree. Why can't we get a solid 48? Right. I know.
Or at least, maybe not 48, at least 24.
Yes.
Like, if I put a cup of water on my nightstand, I should be able to drink it in the morning without being like, ugh.
Yeah, I agree.
So, yeah, it just really sucks.
No, I totally hear that. And you know what's funny is my grape is water related.
Really?
So my grape is going to the smell of hose water in the summer.
It's a good smell.
It's like so nostalgic. It's like that little bit of like metallic.
It's always like ice cold.
Oh yeah. And there's something about like, I swear the hose water gave me life as a child.
Yeah.
When you would just like be running around and you're like, oh, I'm so hot and thirsty. And you just like gulp the water out of the hose. It was the best thing ever. And my husband recently built a mud kitchen for our kids. And I was filling up the sink the other day and I was just like, God, just smells like summer 1994.
Yeah.
And
like
I love it.
Now and then vibes.
Yeah.
Also, what's a mud kitchen?
So it's just an outdoor like sink kitchen. I went to the Goodwill and just got like pots and pans and stuff, and the kids just like make potions and like,
oh, that's fun.
Little mud kitchen.
Hose water cocktail for the lady. Well, that's fun.
Yeah.
My grape goes out to lemon desserts.
Ooh,
it's that season. I just got some lemon cake from my mom that her friend made. So good. Yeah. I love a lemon treat.
I do too.
Especially, I mean, I really only eat them in the summertime.
Yeah.
But, oh, they're so good.
Yeah, lemon cake. And I'm not a cake girly. Like, I almost will never choose cake. But if there's a lemon cake, I am getting it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lemon tart, lemon bar.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Good stuff.
And, like, a lemon bar made from scratch.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah. It's
so
like,
good.
I love, like, the consistency
They're like
of
fudgy.
A lemon bar. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But kind of tart. Yeah.
They really hit.
Slap.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, good way to end. I like this.
Yes.
Transition.
Ending on the grape, I think, is good.
You need to, especially after today's episode was a little bit on the downer side. It had its peaks and valleys. But
yeah, absolutely. Life's a bowl of cherries. I'm in the pits. Anyway, thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Weed whackers. What do we think? Do we like it?
Yeah. You know, I didn't respond to that text message, not because I didn't like it, just because I was at work and I forgot about it.
Do we like weed whackers?
I mean, I don't hate it.
I don't hate it either. I mean, we don't have to like write anything in stone, but
I feel like we could take that places.
I think so too.
Yeah. All right, whackers.
Yeah. Tell us what you think. Let us know. All right.
All right. We love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.